Yeah, it's super weird.
Now betting for the sports animal. Your afternoon drive.
Afternoon drive.
Number 2, men on. Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred.
Mike's hot.
It's Monday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means I love Game 7. Let's go.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
The baddest dude on the planet is Adolis Garcia. We'll talk about that as length. I'm Fred Slow, Van Nunley.
Oh, hey.
Alongside me, one Jake Casio.
Hello.
And
Good to be there.
Of course, Luke Markwith, the general manager of Howies Sports Page, where we are broadcasting live today. Luke, welcome, brother.
Oh, thank you as always.
Marie making the show go around back at the station. Marie, did you get married this weekend, or are you done doing that?
Yeah, you're just mad because you weren't invited to my wedding. No, there's no more weddings in the future. So you don't have to be upset anymore.
I don't know. We're just playing the odds. There's 50% of people, y'all.
There's no plans for another A. Marie wedding.
Yeah.
But you just don't plan on it, do you?
No, you
it's
just
something
don't.
that kind of happens. The universe kind of decides, you know.
Right.
Well,
You guys don't plan it, but I do.
I've got dear friends that I've missed their weddings, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but I'll be at the next one.
Yes,
Don't
that's
worry.
100%
I'll catch
true.
the next one.
Adolis Garcia is excited about a funeral because he's going to kill the Houston Astros tonight. My favorite baseball team, the Houston Astros, is I'm currently sitting here in a Lance Berkman Houston Astros jersey.
That is accurate. You are representing my boys and one of the GOATs in the Astros organization, Lance Berkman, a.k.a. Fat Elvis, a.k.a. Big Puma.
Yes.
We need some Berkman vibes tonight from my dude, who I'm predicting to have a hat trick of home runs, Kyle Tucker, number 30, right fielder. He's had the slowest start of a playoffs, the coldest stretch of his young career. He's busting out tonight and embarrassing the Texas Rangers pitchers, not just Max Scherzer, any fool that they're confident of and putting on the mound.
I don't know if you called Game 7 of the LCS a slow start. I mean, we're a little bit on start here.
He's had a few games to turn it on, but Kyle Tucker, mark my words, is having a big game tonight.
I think we're going to have a sad night for you tonight, Van.
Well, good.
Go Rangers!
Good thing I'm at Howie's Sports Page. I can't be sad when I'm here.
And we do have a defibrillator on hand for you.
Oh, thank goodness.
I also know CPR.
Ooh, I'm going to fake one.
Dusty Baker's never won a Game 7. Bruce Bochy's never lost one. They face off today in a Game 7 in the ALCS. And, Amory, if you could get taps ready, the Houston Astros are all but finished. This one is over. I don't believe they'll score a run. I believe Texas will be doing it. With Scherzer's not going to have 2 bad games in a row. Can't physically do it. Has never done it in the history of the world.
It does it often.
See, what really needs to happen for your Stros is Dusty needs to get ejected again.
Yeah, I'm in.
That's the key to it. But it has to be in
Sign me up.
like the first inning.
Yeah, go early.
Go early as possible.
Go ugly early.
Well, I'm sure he's going to be angry because I emailed Major League Baseball this morning, and I said, drug test Aroldis Garcia.
Yeah, that's what you said?
He looks like a human thumb. Like, there is no way. His shoulders go all the way down to his knuckles.
This is excellent.
This guy is one solid piece of muscle, and there is no way this is natural. Drug test Aroldis Garcia. If Dusty Baker gets kicked out in the first inning, it's because they didn't read my email that I put in all caps, obviously, to drug test Aroldis Garcia because he's juiced up.
Are you anti-steroids?
Of course I'm anti-steroids. I'm for the children, Jake.
I'm for the product.
I don't like how
field.
selective you are in your cheating fandom.
Yeah, true.
Now, hold on. Who's cheating?
Historically.
You have.
That was 6 years ago. Get a life, losers.
That was like 2 years ago.
Life, he says.
2000. You think 2017 was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh my God, your poor brain,
I'm still
Jake
in
Casio.
2019. The pandemic never happened.
I still think 96 was like 12 years ago, so.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah.
That would make me
The time
7
should-
years old.
Jake, the time shouldn't be flying for young Jake Cassio this fast. That's scary.
I'm just an old man deep
Yeah.
down inside.
You got an old soul.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
with a lot of dementia.
Okay. Self-inflicted.
With this Game 7 matchup of the undefeated Bruce Bochy versus the winless Dusty Baker, if the Astros do win, what you're going to do is you're going to get this overwhelming barrage of stupid Astro fan screaming about how historic this team is, how they've never done it before, although they've won so many big games and big moments. They're going to rally around Dusty and how he was able to overcome the hump that is Game 7s and how he was able to push through and persevere. And I hate Astros fans more than anything.
You're wearing an Astros jersey.
Yeah,
Watch your
that
mouth.
part's true.
This is unprecedented. The road team won every single game. So you would think easy money is on the Rangers. The road team wins again. But oh, no. The Astros are just setting them up for disappointment, throwing Rangers fans a bone, giving them a little bit of hope to shatter their dreams tonight and embarrass them and send them home and ruin their season.
Take tonight, throw it into a blender, boys. Blend it up real smooth, add some amount of water, put it into a syringe, inject it in my veins. That's how excited I am for Game 7 baseball. And we're going to have two of them because the Diamondbacks are up 3-1 early in this one. And it looks like the Philadelphia Phillies are heels and scared at home for the first time all freaking year long.
Yeah, the losing at home is contagious. The Phillies are doing it now.
That's everyone's in.
Everyone's copying the Astros. Whether it's their, international signings or player development or sabermetrics or losing at home, everyone wants to be the Astros.
There are just too many. There's no chance they'll win stats out there. That's why I brought up that stat, because I feel like everyone hates the Astros so much. They just create these word vomits of reasons why they won't be able to do it, and they do it every single time.
But that's baseball. You got to come up with a stat after so many years.
So many everythings.
Yeah. There's just a number for everything.
Mark my words, friends of the show. The greatest Amish baseball player in the history of the sport, Kyle Tucker, will put on a show tonight.
I don't know if he's Amish.
Yeah, have you
And
seen his
none of
beard?
family will see it.
Have you seen his beard? After Kyle Tucker single-handedly wins this Game 7 for the Houston Astros and then goes on and wins the World Series, and his Rungspringer's over, and he has to go back to Pennsylvania and churn butter, he's going to finally get the respect of his Amish father that he so deserves.
As we're going through the headlines, your UNM Lobo football team, which if you weren't in attendance, everyone here at Howies was enjoying it this past Saturday, snapped the longest conference losing streak in D1 football, which was 14 games, by beating up on Hawaii 42-21.
Yeah, go Bows.
Let's go Bows.
I think we're finally seeing the offense
Oh, I know we are.
that
I
we've
saw
been
them.
praying for.
I saw them. Three touchdown patties from Dylan Hopkins. Are you kidding me? Let's go, son. God, that would have won the game. I mean, it would have been close. But that's not they had it offensively. They were flying. Now they're 3-4. Now what are we? In the mix.
In the mix,
Three
baby.
more games, and we got a bowl game.
Won a home conference game. That's a huge deal. We hadn't done that since 2017.
And if we can take a key from the Aggies here, we just need 2 more wins for a bowl game.
Oh, yeah, and then just
The exemption.
Yeah, get an exemption.
do a little slow,
Let's go, baby.
a slow raise of the hand and said, what about us?
Hey.
Pick us.
Hey, guys.
We're excited to go out there and put Dylan Hopkins in a bowl game. And if they play in the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl, we're going. We're 100% going to that.
If they go to a bowl, I'm going wherever it is.
If they go to a bowl, I'm going wherever it is.
For
I
sure,
agree
wherever it is.
Completely.
I want the Bahamas Bowl.
Same. Now that you just said it, same.
I'm in.
Yeah.
That is
The Bois sent Bahamas.
505-246-0610. Donate us your airline miles
Yes.
so we can go to the Bahamas Bowl.
if they play in the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl, you know where I'm going to be? There. That'd be awesome. That'd be so super awesome.
Done it before, they could do it again.
I wasn't here the last time they did it. Was that like a special thing?
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
One of these years we're going to get both New Mexico teams bowl eligible, and we'll have an Aggie Lobo New
Bowl?
Mexico Bowl.
As soon as this year.
Gosh. How awesome would that be?
That would burn the city down, the whole state.
The whole state. There were so many highlights from it too, where it was like you're watching the boys, and I'm so very sorry. Van and I were hosting Fall Fest. We were busy, so I had to watch it.
We had a gig.
Yeah. We had to do a thing.
Responsibilities.
I mean, you know how it is. But I'm watching the highlights. I'm like, oh, here they come. Here they come. But then you have a moment where it's like, it's been 728 days. It's been over 100 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that moment for us was halftime because last week at halftime it all looked pretty good too. And
Yeah.
so we were a little, but they looked great in the second half. They held on.
The last conference win was that 14-13 win at Wyoming in 2021. Crazy to me. Crazy. Because I look at the Lobos, I'm like, I see the record. I get it. I just don't put them in that category of having struggled as mightily as they have struggled.
Sure.
And I get it, one game, but it feels like the one. And I know it's 56-10 over Tennessee Tech. Like, I get that. But this is Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's a conference game.
Once the Timmy Chang-led Hawaii Warriors.
Overrated.
He was looking a little more like like a former lineman than a former quarterback on the sidelines. But
now that our Lobos got a taste of how good an ass whipping feels like,
yeah,
there's nothing that's going to top that. And that craving for just demolishing somebody, embarrassing them, they're going to have to do it every week now.
And specifically for the defense, which I think had 3 interceptions. Now you know what it feels like. You know what it feels like to stop a drive, because you know what the boys had not been doing? Taking the ball away.
Sure.
And that stuff becomes contagious, and you become that thing. And if you can grab momentum from this game and take it into next week, and then obviously extrapolate that out, your UNM Lobo football team is back.
And you know what? They were the same team in the second half as they were in the first half. And that's a first this season.
I think we have a really good chance of doing a bowl game, guys. We got at Nevada next week.
Keep going.
UNLV win. That's
Soft.
2. That's 3 wins back to back to back.
Keep going.
Boise State, maybe.
Going to be tough.
Fresno State, even tougher.
Right.
But we're going to sweat it out week 13 versus Utah State. And
that's basically a bye at the end of the year.
Yeah, and that's 6 wins right there.
Pencil that one in.
That's all we need.
Love it.
Mountain West Offensive Player of the Week, Dylan Hawkins. Let's
go.
Jamarius Lewis, Defensive Player of the Week. It was just a banger of a performance. Also, your quarterback, Dylan Hopkins, the Manning Award for Star of the Week. This is what it should feel like. This moment right now is what you, I, friend of the show, also you, Jake, this is what all of us have yearned for from college football here from the University of New Mexico for so very long. And I'm not one that's going to say too soon. I'm saying exactly where it needs to be. It's happening right now. Let's go forward.
The momentum is changing. Let's ride the wave.
It's a sea change, baby.
Yeah. Because we just rode that Hawaii wave, man. Surfed our way out of that one.
I like that you really dropped your voice here.
Hey,
it's all about the tide, brother.
Yeah, man.
What's that turtle that's all high all the time?
Crush.
Yeah. We're at Howies Sports Page. We're watching Monday Night Football tonight. Halftime giveaways, Luke?
Always.
Glizzies, Luke?
Always.
Drinks, Luke?
Always.
Fellowship, Luke?
Well, that's up to them to get down here and help us create it.
And Astros win, Luke?
Yeah.
All right.
Just circling his head. Yes or no.
Okay, thank you.
Big thank you to the friends of the show who are already here. Thank you for coming up and saying hi. Those that will come, we're excited to hang. We're excited.
Yeah, also we got a new friend of the show. I think they went to the car to listen to the program, and then they'll come back in and have a beer.
Yeah, because Howies doesn't put the program on the overhead. They got the touch tunes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They got the touch tunes here. They're not trying to hear your boys make fun of the Dallas Cowboys, who didn't lose this weekend.
All right.
Because they didn't play.
Well, there's
oh, is that why?
There's that. We'll jump into NFL recap whenever we get back. Amory, you doing good at the studio?
Yes. Why?
I just always thinking
Checking
about
in.
Yeah, just
What the hell?
There's a lot going on here today on the show.
just laughing a lot. We're trying to do good for a change. We've become the Lobos. We're the Lobos football team now. Now we're good.
We've turned that corner.
Yep. I believe we're all in support of that. It's 2 Men On, live from Howie Sports Page, intersection of Montgomery and Tramway. Come hang out with your boys. 95.9 FM. Is that Hobo Hank walking around?
It's Hobo Hank.
Let's go, Hobo Hank, live at Howies Sports Page, the sports animal.
Brought to you by the Sandoval.
Clear.
It's easy to vote early in Sandoval County. Early voting runs now through November 4th for the 2023 regular local election. For a list of early voting locations, go to scnmvote.com. Voting in Sandoval County is as traditional as red and green.
Traffic right now, starting to see some slowdown southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. Both directions of I-25 continue to move slowly as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. Road work going on in that area. There are also lane restrictions. Be careful going through there. I-40 moving up to speed in both directions here in town. Paseo, Alameda, and Montano. Those river crossings are looking good.
Brought to you by the Albuquerque Journal.
The Albuquerque Journal and Business Outlook. When you need local answers, the most reliable and in-depth information about health, safety, jobs, taxes, crime, energy, transportation, or government. Get the answers. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Come to the UNM Howl Zone. 3.5 hours before kickoff for each home game with backyard games, inflatable, food, drinks, music, and more.
Hand him off to the deep man, Merritt. Oh, makes a man miss. He's outside the number to the 15. He's to the nose.
Come celebrate with New Mexico's station for football.
First career global touchdown, 27 yards.
95.9 FM and AM 610. Unbelievable. The sports animal.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Ryder works on top of the world, but his roofing business has hit new lows. Because when people search for roofer near me, Ryder's Roofing doesn't appear on the map, which means Ryder's Roofing is not on the map.
Cumulus Boost can help by managing Ryder's online listings, reviews, and dozens of other ways search engines determine which businesses get on the map. Cumulus Boost helps make sure Ryder gets the click. Visit cumulusboost.com to get on the map today. CUMULUS Boost.com. Cumulus Boost. Get on the map.
My dad has a cold, but also...
You guys got a minute.
That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use it directed.
Hey, did you know Vistaprint prints everything a small business needs? Like if a barbershop needs signs, we post. Or if a ballet school needs merch,
Hey guys.
we print t-shirts, hoodies, hats. Or if a coffee shop needs a total
Hello?
Vistaprint his logo and prints it on menus, mugs, paper bags, anything. Because with Vistaprint, the printabilities are endless. Print it all with 25% off for new customers with code NEW25 at Vistaprint.com.
Season 4.
All right, yep.
You guys got 15 seconds.
15 seconds, got it.
Bilayer tablet takes care of my cough and chest congestion
Luke,
for
can I
full
tag you
12
out for
hours.
Hobo Hank next segment, or would that upset you?
Not at all.
12-hour
Get him on in
DMF
here.
for 12-hour cough and chest congestion relief. Use this direct.
No, I love it, but
Don't show up.
A lot of people.
Everyone will know. And they'll talk about you in the lunchroom over a ham sandwich.
It's the opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Weekday morning
Mike is hot.
and AM 610. The sports animal.
Back live at Howie Sports Page. Let's go. Let's go.
Rage at the page.
Hobo Hank's in the house. And if you know anything about Howie Sports Page, there's a chalkboard in the bathroom, and it's been defiled. It's slander has been thrown by way of Hobo Hank. So that was a shame.
Somebody said some things about Albuquerque's hero, Hobo Hank, that we can't say on this program.
No, we
and
cannot.
I don't appreciate it whatsoever.
We'll give him an opportunity to stick up for himself as Hobo Hank will join us at 4:30. Let's go, boys. The Eagles are trading for Kevin. Help me out here, boys.
Kevin Beard.
Beard?
Beard.
All right. Who's he?
Safety for the former safety for the Tennessee Titans. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Hold up.
Pro Bowler.
Don't the Titans kind of always give their good players to the Eagles? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, sure.
Is this real?
Yeah. 1,000%.
And
they just signed Julio Jones, too, former Titan.
Who did that?
The Eagles. He caught a catch yesterday.
So the Eagles are like all in, but the Titans are all out?
Yep.
The Titans are all out.
The Eagles are made up of former Titans and former Bulldogs, and that's about it.
It's Tennessee and Georgia.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Philadelphia.
And one Alabama/Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Well, when you're the Eagles and you get a foreign team and the Titans, like that really helps you like make your squad better.
Right.
Like other teams don't have that advantage. So I'm going to go with
That's bonkers.
That's how the Bills game was. That's how the Colts and the Browns game was. It was a lot of rigged officiating.
Yeah, that
this
pass
week.
interference on the Colts Browns there at the back of the end zone, like that thing was like 20 feet high.
Yeah, in the stands. You should have called PI on the fan.
Yeah.
Hey, a little sport jumping. That's what the umps have been doing to my Astros all series too.
They
should have been a sweep.
They keep calling those missed swings strikes.
They've been getting rough calls on the outside of the strike zone. It's been hard to watch for an Astros.
It's like
fan.
Joe West is out there.
The spirit of Joe West has infiltrated every single one of those loser umpires.
It's time for a new age of refs and umps.
Yeah, they're called robots.
No.
Put in the robots.
Yeah,
Use
okay.
technology already.
Yeah, when the world ends,
Use
okay.
technology already.
Yeah, when the world ends, when the robots take over,
on,
Van, you
Skynet.
can't come into my bunker.
Yeah.
We're going to stop at baseball. Nothing past baseball and ATM machines.
And cars.
Yeah, smart cars.
And
the Uber app, which I might have to use tonight from Howies Sports Astros lose.
Jalen Hurts leads the league in interceptions. This is a fun one. He wants Philadelphia to win so very much.
That's why they haven't banned the brotherly shove.
And it is why they haven't banned the brotherly shove. It's the only time any quarterback is under center.
America wants the Eagles to win so much, you might as well just change their name to the Balls.
Pretty good. 10 penalties to the Dolphins compared to 0. You know how many times there's been a football team without a penalty in a game? Since 2000?
The year 2000?
5 times.
14. Only 14 times in the hundreds and hundreds of games.
Thousands and thousands.
Because you always get the announcers like, well, they could call holding on every play if they wanted to, and there's a penalty on every play. They just don't call them all.
Well, and even
dude, real talk, dude. I was watching a throwback game when I was playing some poker this weekend, after our wonderful New Mexico United watch party. Tough loss for the boys.
R.I.P.
The amazing effort to get into the playoffs. Lost to Sacramento. We're still here for you, black and yellow. But I sat on the poker table after the event, and they had on the Packers-Broncos Super Bowl. There is a roughing penalty. There is a face mask penalty. There is a holding penalty on every single play. There were 3 straight face masks I saw blatant, and they called none of them. I was like, that's a different NFL. And that wasn't even that long ago.
It's been a while. It's 96.
Yeah.
It's been a while. And specifically with finesse teams like the Dolphins, you don't, and that's not to mean soft, boys. I'm not saying soft. I'm saying finesse.
Right.
Those teams don't get called like this. Also, if all 10 penalties on the Dolphins are legit, cool. I'll hear that argument. You tell me it's not 1 or 2 or 3 on the Eagles? You're going to tell me that doesn't exist?
Oh, for sure. Like Luke said, you can literally call one every play if you wanted to, but they did not want to.
They did not want to.
I mean, a coach will tell you, a general manager will tell you, you play who's on the schedule.
Sure.
And then a player will tell you play within the rules of the game. If they're not calling penalties, it's not on the players. It's on the refs. They're the one watching the game. They're the one not calling it.
Well, it's honestly just felt like the last 2 weeks of this officiating, it's just like they're making up the rules as they go along, man.
Scoring is, except for the Dolphins, except for last week, and except for the Dolphins year long, scoring is down. Yardage is down in the NFL. They're letting the defenses play this year, and you're seeing it every week.
They've also called the most eligible men downfield in like 10 years.
And then calling it back. They're like, whoopsie. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, they're throwing flags and picking them up and being like, nope, nothing happened.
I just don't think I understand completely how you don't call it the exact same way on both sides. And I'm not the guy that hates referees. I do agree it's at an all-time low. I do believe it should be a full-time position. I do believe there should be accountability for bad calls, missed calls, all those kind of. I think that stuff should exist. There should be a tiered system. There should be, what's that called in soccer? Regulation, relegation. All those things should exist. That should be a thing that exists. It does not currently. And you go to baseball, you got your Angel Hernandez's.
Yeah.
You got. There's guys that are there just because they have been there. Doesn't work like that. You know who's got full-time officials? You got officials that do it really well and don't have weird stuff anymore? NBA.
Right. As much
Anyway,
as often.
It's changing.
Since the Donaghy era.
Tim Donaghy was my dude.
My hero.
Coaches get fined. Players get fined if they don't do post-game press conferences. The same thing should be against umps and referees. You should have to speak up for your horrible game calling.
Yeah, I want to say a ref up there. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That'd be sweet. That would be super
Pulling
sweet.
the full-on Marshawn.
Hey, guys, when you were deciding how many free yards you were going to hand out to the Eagles tonight, what was your mindset in the locker room? You want to hear those answers.
And he goes, Belichick.
we're just 8 guys here wearing black and white. We're really a team. We there's a lot of action out here. We can't really call everything, but I'll tell you what, we are here to call some NFL games, and that's what we're doing. We're referees.
We obviously don't see color of teams here because we're black and white. We do see tint, and we believe in shade. Also, if you say another word, we will throw shade at you.
And we'll fine you $50,000.
2 men on live from Howies Sports Space. Joining us on the broadcast where we get back, Ho, Bo, Hank.
Ho, Bo, Hank. Ho, Bo, Hank.
The sports animal.
This report is sponsored by Muse.
You guys got 5 minutes.
5 minutes, got it.
Season 4 just launched. You up for a night of binging?
Yeah, I took Mucinex 12-hour DM. Its bilayer tablet takes care of my cough and chest congestion for a full 12 hours.
Cool, let's do this.
Buy Mucinex 12-hour DM now for 12-hour cough and chest congestion relief. Use as directed.
Traffic right now dealing with those slowdowns both directions of I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. They are still doing road work in that area. There are still lane restrictions. If you're headed north in that area, you're going to see slowdowns starting as you approach the Sunport. If you're headed south, just south of the interchange, you're going to encounter slowdowns. So be really careful going through there. Also, southbound I-25 as you approach Osuna, traffic's moving slow there. That's going to last until Montgomery. I-40 right now looking good in both directions. Paseo, Alameda, and Montano. Those river crossings right now are all moving up to speed.
Brought to you by the Sandoval County Clerk's Office. If you vote, you win. It's that simple. And it's simple to vote early in Sandoval County. To find early voting locations and hours for the regular local election, visit scnmvote.com. Voting is as traditional as red and green. Early voting runs now through November 4th.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Come to the UNM Power Zone. 3.5 hours before kickoff for each home game with backyard games, inflatable, food, drinks, music, and more.
Hand him off to the deep man Merritt. Oh, makes a man miss. He's outside the numbers to the 15. He's to the no.
Come celebrate with New Mexico's station for football.
First career global touchdown, 27 yards.
95.9 FM and AM 610. Unbelievable. The sports animal.
You're all set with your Medicare prescriptions, Mrs. Brown.
This is not just low-cost copays at Walgreens.
I can actually help you set up 90-day refills if you want.
This is having a partner you can trust. Get low-cost copays, 90-day refills, and delivery from your neighborhood Walgreens. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Restrictions apply. For details, see walgreens.com/pharmacy.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hi, I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Over the years, Lerner Rowe has helped over 150,000 people recover billions of dollars for their injuries. What does that mean to you when you're looking for a lawyer? We not only have the experience, but the proven results to recover money for your injuries. The insurance companies know which lawyers won't put up a fight. You call us, we call them, and they know they have to pay.
Can get you more. 454-4444.
Multi-state settlements. Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quiet Tech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Best Select Pro. Professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
To some, this might sound like a typical family dog. But at Dog Chow, we know that for a veteran suffering from PTSD, this could be the sound of life-saving therapy.
Thanks, Betty.
That's why we've made it our mission to connect every military hero in need with a canine hero of their own. To learn about the simple ways you can help Dog Chow in our mission, visit dogchow.com/veterans.
Sponsored by Purina.
Heads up! If you've heard that American Home Plus has jaw-dropping deals right now, it's absolutely true. They're really clearing out all their clearance items, as is canceled special orders, dropped floor models, and a whole lot more. It's a rare opportunity to get furniture at 20% off the lowest marked price like this, near or even below cost. American Home Plus at I-25 in Comanche.
Susie Schuster and Amy Trask present offbeat conversations and expert sports commentary as they ask, what the football?
When my family found out how long it took me to figure out why Charles Woodson named his wine Intercept, they said, there's a reason that you had trouble in school.
Not everyone knows, when they think of a bottle of Intercept, they don't know that I play football.
Well, what I've learned is a smooth defensive back can make smooth wine.
That's what it's all about.
What the football? The podcast is available Tuesdays.
Yep. Guys good?
Yep. Back here tomorrow morning.
Don't be sorry.
Back with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Mike is hot.
We're back live at Howies Sports Page. Let's go. Joining us on the program, friend of the show and full disclosure, my business partner and co-owner, Duke City Championship Wrestling, Hobo Hank. Hobo, welcome, brother.
What up? What's up, guys? Good to be here again.
I mean, were you able to walk in here under your own power, or what's up?
Yeah, I got a slight limp, but I'm doing okay, man. It's been a long week, but
it's been a long week. It's obviously it's a auditory medium we're in, but I'm gonna pull it for you guys. So we had a drone at Duke City Championship Wrestling, and as we're speaking, you're gonna watch Hobo Hank go off of a 15-foot ladder, or at least above the ground, through 2 plyboards, and not recover.
Oh my goodness!
My
that
God.
is so insensitive of you, Fred Slow.
Yes,
that you're showing us that right in front of the victim of that betrayal, Hobo Hank,
who in the championship match, a ladder match for the inaugural Duke City Championship Wrestling heavyweight title, lost. Hobo Hank.
I did. I lost a lot that night. I lost my footing on that ladder. I lost gravity. I lost against gravity. I lost my opportunity at the heavyweight championship belt, and I lost my best friend Thunder.
Well, that's the world of pro wrestling, isn't it?
You lose a lot in the world of pro wrestling.
You know what you gained that night was 500 brand new friends. Let's go to the historic El Rey Theater. 500 warm bodies in attendance. Both right-handers and left-handers. Jake, we let them both.
Oh, separate but equal.
Separate but equal. That's how I see. Joe, and Hobo Hank, you were saying largest independent crowd you had wrestled in front of in Albuquerque in 10 years, 15 years?
Yes, at least 15. I think the last time we drew a crowd like that was about 2007. So, yeah, it was a history in the making there at the historic El Rey Theater. It was, man, from my vantage point, walking out and seeing all those friendly faces and just the decibels in that arena were pretty overwhelming. Then I don't think we left anybody disappointed. I've got a lot of great feedback.
I've got the opposite. I've got it's a travesty. You were stolen from. This is heartbreak. You ruined children's birthdays. I believe that people had a lot of Hobo Hank Halloween costumes lined up. They're no longer going as that. I believe it has been as terrible as it possibly could be.
Well, it may be. However, I do think the majority of those 500 people are going to rejoin us on November 16th when we're back at the historic El Rey Theater to see where maybe Hobo Hank gets his comeuppance.
Well, DCCWtickets.com. You can go there and get tickets to the next live event. Don't forget, if you buy a ticket to Duke City Championship Wrestling, you're sliding money into Daddy and Stepdaddy's pockets. That's me and Hobo Hank.
Are you stepdaddy?
Nope. Not this one.
How do you deal with the betrayal from your former best friend Thunder? Does that make you more focused? Does that make you work and train harder to get another chance at that belt?
Well, anybody that knows me well, Van, knows I don't train.
It's all natural.
I will take a detour just not to drive by a gym, but no, yeah, I mean that was a special kind of hurt there. But I got to say, unfortunately, in the world of wrestling, people do that to you, man. You get stabbed in the back constantly. So, it is what it is, man. We'll see what I do. The story's not over.
I root for DCCW.
You do,
but as a contrarian of the show,
here it comes.
I'm a big bad guy supporter, or as I've learned now, the heel.
Correct.
Yes. Just learned that.
Well,
term.
and knowing your recreation, I wouldn't be surprised if you're a high heel kind of a guy.
Yeah.
Jake's really into high heels.
Jake thinks
do own a couple.
Jake thinks it's the best part of wrestling, but the worst part of the bread loaf.
Yes, the heel.
Mhm.
I agree. I'd throw it away.
So was it you, Jake, who wrote the stuff in the bathroom here?
Whoa! No.
Yeah, we can't say that on air.
That was clearly Thunder. He was here right before you came in, and he skedaddled out that back door.
Well, it looked a little high for Thunder to have written it. I don't know if he had a step.
Nice.
Well, I'm only 5'9", so
is Thunder.
If you missed any of it, everything's available on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@DCCDub. That's DUB. You can kind of catch up on everything. Obviously, I am the voice of that. Van, you joined us during a match.
Absolutely, yeah. I got to call a little wrestling. I learned a lot on the fly.
Yes, I could tell.
It was pretty cool. There were 4 guys in the ring, which is 2 more than usual.
That's twice as hard to do what you did then.
Statistically, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's double because of math.
Literally double.
Jake, it was just a tag team match. That's all it was.
Right. So you just got to keep track of who's being tagged in.
That was primarily all I could do is keep track of who was active in the match, and Van would just keep going, "Oh my!"
It was shocking. I
Well,
mean, real time.
if that's a good sign to show how much of a good time he had.
Yeah, there was so much action. I was just like a cat watching ping pong. I forgot I had a microphone in my face.
At the very end, he goes, "Did I do a good job?" He goes, "I don't care." And I go, a lot of people watch this. It's like a super fun thing.
That's funny. That after my match, I said the exact same thing. Did I do a good job? I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
You did not. You lost.
I did not do a good job.
Well, I think you lost.
I know. Well, you're not going to win them all, Fred. I've wrestled 7,000 times. It's you're going to lose one once in a while. I'm trying my best here, Albuquerque.
The thing we always try to communicate, and whenever you walked into Howie Sports Page, there were like fans of yours in here when you walked in.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. And then earlier today, same thing. I walked into a place and got some recognition. So the word is catching on once again. That wrestling is alive and well in the Duke City.
Obviously, all the industry guys, it's a part of your life. It's welcome back from the everyday fan. And that's the thing I think Van and I have tried so very much to communicate with this thing. From the 9-year-olds having birthday parties all the way up to the 90-year-olds enjoying a night out. Kind of talk about, before we let you go, just how unique of experience it is entertainment-wise on a Thursday night here in town.
It's funny. I was thinking about that earlier today, Fred. I've been wrestling for 27 years, which means I've entertained. I mean, I'm kind of on my 3rd generation of fan.
Yeah.
And what's so crazy about us relaunching here at the El Rey, 6 months ago, the other night we had a young man celebrating his 9th birthday party. So obviously he has not been a fan of Hobo Hank for years and years. So he's a new fan, and there's so many new fans out there, and people that are bringing their kids that they used to watch me wrestle when they were kids, and now they have kids. So I don't know. I'm just so honored to be able to be a part of a show that is family friendly, that is on a Thursday night, that can get the whole family out. I think we were talking, the tagline is the greatest party in town, and I think that pretty much summed up what happened at the El Rey last Thursday night.
I don't know. That was their tagline. That's really good.
I like good stuff, right?
Yeah, who came up with that?
I actually came up with that. So
we have a creative every week. Like, you couldn't have pitched this to me?
I talked to the ProView guys. So, by the way, we're on the ProView network every Saturday morning at noon. The greatest party in town, DCCW.
Don't know anything about it. November the 16th is a Thursday. Come and hang out with the boys at the historic El Rey Theater. Hobo Hank. But what are we doing? What are you going to wrestle? Are you too injured? What's the plan?
Spoiler. It looks like I will probably be wrestling again that night.
Let's go.
So I don't think I'll get the night off just because of what happened. But
I mean, you can't get a shot at the championship because not only were you betrayed, but Turbo Tony, your opponent, also betrayed. Would not be fair in any amount of way to give you solely an opportunity against Thunder, who stole the championship from you. Wouldn't be fair to give that opportunity to Turbo Tony either. How do we determine who is the individual that'll face off against Thunder moving forward?
Spelling bee.
Ooh.
Oh.
We could rock, paper, scissors. There's thumb wrestling. I don't know, but I bet you Matthew Robles has a thing or two to say about that. So I'm sure, as being in control of Thunder and the now DCCW Heavyweight Championship, I'm sure he will have a lot to say about who will challenge and win. So I just hope I get my shot soon so I can get that belt around my waist, because it would look really, really nice.
Hobo Hank, Turbo Tony, Thunder, Charlie 50, all your favorite and worst wrestlers performing November the 16th at the Historic Elbury Theater. Jake, you coming?
I'd love to be there.
Can I get you on the broadcast?
Oh, yes.
Hey, Fred, so
as long as I can sing the national anthem.
Check out the live chat. There was definitely the best birthday party ever.
Friend of the show, Lisa.
Yes, and man, Lisa, it was an honor to be a part of that and meet your family and just celebrate with you. And I'm looking forward to seeing y'all at the next show.
There were a lot of kind words from those in attendance. And by the way, this is going to sound so cliche, and no work stuff here. This is completely legitimate. Everyone that takes the time to say something positive, it's about Duke City Championship. It's about 2 men on. If it's about A-Marie as a really name 3 players, if it's about Jake and this banger of event you had last week at Santa Fe at the Green Jeans and a fundraiser for the YMCA where you raised nearly $1,000 for them. Like, all of these communications to us, I tell you what, they mean the world. Like, and I know that sounds little and it sounds simple, but a lot of effort goes into this stuff to do what? Help others,
Sure.
and how fortunate we are to have some people resonate with us and take the time to come out here. So thank you, friends of the show. Thank you, fans of Duke City Championship Wrestling. Thank you to everyone that gives in return what we try to provide for you, because it means just the world to all of us.
I finally found my communities.
Aww.
Hey, Marie, I want to go to break real bad. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by.
You got another 5.
Thank you.
Thinking of getting the latest iPhone? You need to stop and check out the wireless offer from Boost Infinite. For more, just pick up your phone and dial pound 250 and say Boost Infinite. That's pound 250 and Boost Infinite. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dialed text message from this station's network.
And traffic right now, we're starting to see slowdowns westbound on I-40. Those are going to start around 2nd Street and last until Coors. Both directions of I-25 continuing to deal with slowdowns as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. That's due to that road construction and lane restrictions in that area. You're going to want to be really careful going through there. Also, southbound I-25, Osuna to Montgomery, traffic's moving slow there. And dealing with a little bit of a slowdown right now westbound up Paseo as you approach 2nd Street. That's going to last until Coors.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
It's Trucktober at Malloy Ford in Los Lunas. During Ford Truck Month, get 1.9% financing, plus $1,000 customer cash and $1,000 trade assistance on a new F-150. When you think Ford, think MalloyFord.com. With approved credit, see for details.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Zach Gelb with the CBS Sports Minute. The Phillies are up 2-0 in the NLCS, and then on the road lost Game 3, choked away Game 4, and in resilient fashion won Game 5 to put them up 3-2. The Fightins returned to South Philadelphia today with the chance to win their 2nd consecutive National League pennant. The Phillies during the last 2 postseasons are an outstanding 12-2 at home, and by judging those results, there's no way Philadelphia doesn't find a way to win one more against Arizona at the Bank. I'm Zach Gelb.
Come to the UNM Power Zone. 3.5 hours before kickoff for each home game with backyard games, inflatable, food, drinks, music, and more.
Hand him off to the deep man, Merritt. Oh, makes a man miss. He's outside the numbers to the 15. He's to the house.
Come celebrate with New Mexico's station for football.
First career Lobo touchdown, 27 yards.
95.9 FM and AM 610.
Unbelievable.
The Sports Animal.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, some way, they seem to find you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than 40 years, Rudy Chavez has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242-5500 That's 505-242-5500 or visit RudyChavezLaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
Hey, have you ever been ripped off? It sucks. Having a daily reminder of it is even worse. If you shave with a well-known big razor brand every morning, you might be thinking more about how much you paid for the blades than about how smooth your shave is. I'm Andy, the founder of Harry's. We give you a high-quality shave and an expertly engineered product for a fraction of the price that the big guys charge, with no compromises. They have 5 blades, Harry's has 5 blades. They have a lubricating strip, Harry's has a lubricating strip for extra glide. They have a trimmer blade, Harry's has a trimmer blade for the hard-to-reach areas. They charge up to $4 per blade. Our German-engineered blades cost as little as $2. Big higher prices because they can. Harry's keeps you in mind, focusing on high quality at a fair price. So stop rinsing cash down the drain every morning. Get a great shave for a fraction of the price with Harry's. Get a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/comfort. That's harrys.com/comfort.
If you gotta have the biggest jack-o'-lantern on your block, go to your neighborhood Just Sprinkler store in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Santa Fe. They have super jumbo pumpkins, some weighing in around 100 pounds. Find the Just Sprinkler store near you at justsprinklers.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quiet-Tech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Best Select Pro. Professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
To some, this might sound like a typical family dog. But at Dog Chow, we know that for a veteran suffering from PTSD, this could be the sound of life-saving therapy.
Thanks, Betty.
That's why we've made it our mission to connect every military hero in need with a canine hero of their own. To learn about the simple ways you can help Dog Chow in our mission, visit dogchow.com/veterans.
Sponsored by Purina. I'm Jeff Symbieta. Tuesday on the opening drive, the World Series could be set or it could not be. And we got Monday Night Football to look back on. A lot to do. JJ Buck and I start at 7 a.m.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm about to do the mic is hot. Mic is hot.
Walk hard. Hard. That's not the song. It just sounds like it. Just sounds
Dewey
like
Cox reference.
Dude, that movie's legendary.
Oh,
I love
great.
it so much. Doing pretty good for a 13-year-old with a wife and a baby.
The wrong kid died.
Van and I are hosting Fall Fest this past Saturday for the city of Rio Rancho. Big thank you to Greg Hall, Mayor Greg Hall. Big thank you to Connie Peterson over the Park and Rec Department, Matt Bollinger, who runs the Rio Rancho Event Center. So we're out hosting, and they're doing a costume contest, boys. So it's like it's different ages, Van. I don't remember what they were, but in like 3-year spurts, right? So
Yeah.
2, 3, 2, 6, 2, 9, 2, 12.
0 to 3, 4 to 8, 9 to 12, 13 to 18, 19 to 99, and
Ooh,
families.
There we go. So we're looking at the costumes, and a lot of them are good. There's some of the classic ones that'll never win you anything, but you're in the mix, you know. And then there were some like really fun, like cute, unique ones or whatever. But you were deciding Walk Hard or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. But there was a guy dressed up as Marty McFly.
Crushed it.
And Van hates Back to the Future. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this.
Overrated.
Van will bury back, and it's maybe my favorite ever. So I'm dropping Back to the Future jokes every 5 seconds. Like it's like every quote I can remember, everything. And Van and Mayor Greg Hall are trying to like do this actual competition, and I'm like, can somebody bring me a Pepsi Clear? And, then, and the whole crowd is like kids. They have no idea. They're like, what are you doing?
You guys aren't ready for this costume yet.
Yeah,
But your kids are gonna love it.
Yeah.
I 100% did the one where I was like, he's up. I'm like, whatever the thing. I'm like, is that Johnny Be Good? Like, I'm running them all. And Van's like, can we just move past this part? I'm like,
Overrated.
Really,
Well, obviously,
Marvin.
I did that one.
Cousin Marvin.
Oh.
They're enabling incest in that motion picture franchise, and I don't appreciate it. Also, they gave me, a young child, a very false narrative about what science would be like, what the future would be like.
Where are my hoverboards?
Where's my hoverboard?
Great Scott.
Yeah.
We are close with our auto fry in the back because you just drop stuff in the top and set the and it just pops out the bottom, magically done. It's like very futuristic with chicken wings here.
Oh,
okay.
Nobody calls me chicken.
Wing.
I'll keep setting them up. You keep knocking them down.
Oh, I was so dialed in. Oh,
It was
really
a
like that
great
movie.
event. Like so many people were entertained by the Rio Rancho
Yeah.
Fall Festival. So many smiling faces. All these kids got their prize packs for their costumes,
Yep.
and even the ones who didn't win had an absolute blast. It was a beautiful event.
And like we said, Mayor Greg Hall was there, and I was like, "Who's your vice mayor?" Jerry Lewis. Thank you.
Can we go to break early, Amory?
It was a banger, and then we immediately leave there. We go over to Green Jeans because Jake, you run events over at Santa Fe, and what was the total donation number for the Y?
787.
700. And all right, so we're gonna make
Love
a donation. We're gonna up it to a round number because that's a stupid check to write. but yeah, no, you sold 780 beers, $1 off every beer. Went to the YMCA, and way to go, brother.
Yeah, it was a huge day. More than doubled sales on an average Saturday. You know, it was the busiest I think I've ever seen that complex.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was a very, very busy week leading up to it, and I'm so glad it's done, and it turned out so well. And thank you to everybody who came, and for you guys for the
Love it.
support. It was 10 for 10.
Well, and lastly, because we're just celebrating the whole table, Luke was able to stream the Lobo game from his phone here at Howies Sports Page.
Yes, I think we may have been the only bar in town to get to watch the Lobos annihilate Hawaii.
Yeah, I would not have been able to figure that out.
That's not the one.
We're a little proactive. We had a little scrambling on Saturday morning to make it happen, but it was worth it.
Robert Zemeckis is probably the best director. Like if we're having like a real honest moment.
He's top 37, probably.
He might be on IMDb's top 1,000.
He also did Forrest Gump. Like he's no joke.
Well, the documentary Forrest Gump writes itself.
No, it did not.
All that stuff happened in real life.
A true story.
You don't think it's real?
When you're just interpreting history, it's...
Oh, yeah. Okay. You don't think it's real? Name an airport that doesn't have a Bubba Gump shrimp company. Boom. Roasted. Got you.
And I was ruined, dude.
All the NFL games whenever we get back. We're live from Howies Sports Page. Come on down, watch the games with us. We're obviously watching Game 7 baseball. Diamondbacks and Phils are playing right now. Halftime giveaways, glizzies galore. It's tuning on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Clear.
Yep.
I bet you never ever heard it like this flow. No, pretty hard to find like
Beware of a roofing company with the lowest bid. Ask to see their license. It's illegal to work on your roof without one. Rocky Mountain Roofing is honest and fully licensed.
Call on Rocky Mountain, the most trusted name in roofing.
This report is sponsored by Rocky Mountain Roofing. And traffic right now, things starting to pick up here in the metro, westbound on I-40. Slowdowns start right around the interchange. They're going to last until Coors. Both directions of I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez continue to move slow due to construction work in that area. There are also lane restrictions, so be careful there. Southbound on I-25, Osuna to Montgomery, got some congestion there. Seeing more slowdowns now westbound on Paseo. Those are going to start around Jefferson. They'll last until Coors. South of the city, I-25 between Albuquerque and Los Lunas. Not seeing any problems in either direction there.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. OMG, hot and crisp nacho fries are back. And there's even more fries to love now at Taco Bell. But it's now or never. Yeah, these fries covered in bold Mexican spices with nacho cheese sauce are only here for a limited time at participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only, while supplies last.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. How awesome is it that we got exactly what we were hoping for at a last night's best matchup of the NFL season? Eagles-Dolphins. Yeah, no, it wasn't that great. In fact, it didn't have an epic ending, and neither MVP candidate quarterback played their best game. But of course, that's not why we tuned in, right? We all got exactly what we tuned in for, the ref show. Nobody really cared about the Dolphins v. Eagles, but Dolphins v. Eagles and Zebras. Now that's the stuff right there. The last thing I want to do is start the week by talking about the ref show again. But 10 Dolphin penalties to 0 Eagle penalties. Seriously, what kind of clown show is that? I mean, is James Bradbury's hand still stuck in Cedric Wilson's face mask? Clean it up, Zebras.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quiet-Tech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Best Select Pro. Professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
To some, this might sound like a typical family dog. But at Dog Chow, we know that for a veteran suffering from PTSD, this could be the sound of life-saving therapy.
Thanks, Betty.
That's why we've made it our mission to connect every military hero in need with a canine hero of their own. To learn about the simple ways you can help Dog Chow in our mission, visit dogchow.com/veterans.
Sponsored by Purina.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, some way, they seem to find you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than 40 years, Rudy Chavez has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242-5500. That's 505-242-5500, or visit rudychavezlaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station.
Even if they're not that proud of us.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Menon, Van Nunley, and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo. This is 2 Men On.
Here we go.
Nunley and Fred Slow.
I keep telling you. I've told you over and over. You don't listen. I tell you again. Tell me to stop telling you. Well, now you've seen it. Desmond Ridder is the truth, and the Atlanta Falcons are a good football team, improving to 4-3 this weekend over the Buccaneers.
That was a Buccaneers loss, not a Falcons win. Desmond Ridder desperately tried to give that game away. And Jake's favorite football player, Baker Mayfield, would not allow it to happen.
Sadly.
Yeah, you figure with no Bijan Robinson, Atlanta would be, but now they found a way.
Tyler Algier was a workhorse, 21 carries.
We even saw some Cordell Patterson.
Oh, welcome to the game.
I know.
Welcome to the game, brother.
Cordero.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm from the South.
I think Atlanta's real, boys.
No.
No.
No one in the NFC South is for real.
They're more real than the Saints.
The only reason that they have wins is because they also get to play the NFC South.
Yeah, they still haven't found a way to get Kyle Pitts involved on any kind of regular basis.
You see, the only way he can get catches if he makes diving catches or makes one-handed catches.
Yeah.
They don't know how to get this guy the ball. It is pathetic.
And you figure with a young quarterback, the tight end's usually the safety outlet, and
Sure.
that'd be a good way to go, but no.
He tried really hard to fumble the ball towards Kyle Pitts a few times.
I don't get you guys. What does my team, the Atlanta Falcons, with their star quarterback have to do? Over 400 yards of total offense, controlled the ball, 150 rushing yards compared to only 70-ish for the Buccaneers. They were that squad over the weekend with no talent outside the quarterback.
That also. And the quarterback.
They're the best.
He's a hack.
It was a good coaching day.
Not even close. They're the best. The Raiders win big the Raiders take a tough loss to the Bears as they win big 30-12. I don't know any players out there that aren't Devontae Adams. I looked at that game and I said, who are these people?
Our D3 backup quarterback of the century,
Tyson Bagent.
Tyler Bagent.
Bagent.
I believe it's Tyson.
He's a dude. Is he a dude? Am I a fool to think that he might be a dude?
He was dude-like yesterday.
Do the Bears have like a little Tom Brady in their midst?
Well, he wasn't
Do the
really.
Bears have a little Brock Purdy in their midst? What's going on here?
He wasn't really the guy. It was Deontay Foreman who reminded the world, I'm still here.
No, he did not. He just
he had 3 touchdowns.
That's a fresh legs situation right there.
That's exactly what that was. And
he's a warm body situation.
Good for him. Yeah, good for him.
Also, the Raiders do this. The Raiders have done this not only since they got rid of John Madden. They play amazing and beat a team that they're not supposed to beat and then lose to a D3 backup quarterback. That is the most Raiders-y thing I've ever seen, and they're not going to stop doing it anytime soon.
It's not Gardner Minshew's fault in Indianapolis as the Colts fall to the Cleveland Browns. P.J. Walker, not that good.
He looked pretty all right.
No.
Good enough to score 39 points.
It was all that defense, though. Myles Garrett's jumping over dudes, blocking kicks and stuff.
Should have never played football. Should have played basketball.
That game-winning touchdown was a gift after that pass interference call in the end zone.
That was tough.
That was tough.
That was tough. If you told me Gardner Minshew and the Indianapolis Colts scored 38 points, I'd be like, congratulations, guys. Tough win against a really good defense.
And Jonathan Taylor finally back in the end zone.
He didn't have a game, though. He did get the score, but it's not like he had that game.
Yeah, 75 yards.
I'm not one that usually makes fun of this thing, but I'm going to do it with the Colts. Just put on better jerseys. Like, you look stupid. Like, they were stupid jerseys.
Dude, those jerseys would have been cool if, and only if, they would have had a matching helmet. Like
that was weird, too.
Why did they have the weird helmet that didn't match? I don't understand.
Somebody had to win between the Washington Guardians and the New York Giants. Good on the Giants. Tyrod Taylor keeps trying to prove that he's a starting quarterback. He is not, but he's better than the starting quarterback that the Giants currently have. Sam Howell is the worst.
He's not good.
I put the blame on Eric the Enemy.
How so?
Everybody pinned him to be this offensive guru. And the Commanders have really done nothing all season long. Sam Howell, the whole offense is Sam Howell rushing the ball.
Surprise, surprise, you take Patrick Mahomes away from an offensive coordinator, and he doesn't look as good anymore.
Well, we're starting to get an idea of why Bieniemy never got the starting, the head job that he wanted for so long and looked at, and everybody thought he was being denied for whatever reason. But, yeah, they've been struggling.
I think people thought he was racist or something, right?
Yeah, like that's the team I was on for a while, Luke. Like what you just said, I was like, maybe there's an element of little racism here. Why don't they give this guy a chance? Like he's obviously had a lot of success in Kansas City. He had a lateral move over to Washington, and you're seeing exactly who he is.
Well, and it was an interesting accusation of racist because you're a black dude.
Yeah.
And in that league, that's not always the conversation. And it was like, hey, you go into these offices or these interviews and you say weird stuff.
Right.
Like he was known for saying weird stuff. And now maybe he doesn't believe in his dude that's quarterback or whatever. I mean, fill in your blanks. But, yeah, that team is not good. They're not good at all. Lamar Jackson looked like an NFL quarterback again for the first time in a long time. 38-6 over your favorite team, the Detroit Lions, Van. Jared Goff is a wash. Jahmyr Gibbs is a wasted draft pick, and I don't believe that the outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't believe that the Lions will win another game all season.
The NFL is a league of parity.
Week to week.
Lamar Jackson, exactly, Amory. It's a week-to-week league. The Lions, even though I picked them to win, I could have seen this happening just as easily. Lamar Jackson looked like MVP Lamar Jackson against a stout defense, especially a stout defensive line on the Lions. I think this was the statement game of the week.
100%.
Welcome back, Ravens.
I blinked and it was 21-0.
It was nuts.
Quick.
How about at the end when they finally scored a touchdown, talking about Detroit with like 2 minutes left, and like, we're going to go for 2. Like,
you got to get them where you can get them.
Guys, we already sucked. Like,
hey, a lot can happen in 2 minutes.
Nope.
A lot. You have to believe.
I've been telling ladies that for years.
Dan,
I was waiting for it.
the Lions scored, and Dan Campbell walked up to the ref. Can we go for 3? Is there a way that we can go for more than 2 points?
I would like to get 2, a safety and a free kick.
What is this drop kick thing?
Yeah. We got Doug Flutie, I think. The most predictable game of the weekend was the Patriots over the Bills.
That's Bill Belichick's 300th win. Yikes.
Let's go, Bill.
Congratulations.
Yeah, because Robert Kraft
Thank you.
spent a lot of money on that officiating crew to call everything for the Patriots. Like, no. I mean, it also, as the Bills fan of this pod, this radio show, I'm tired of Ken Dorsey, our offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. Fire him. He has the most predictable offense in all the NFL. He is just Brian Dable 2.0.
Your leading wide receiver was a guy named Dalton Kincaid. Who is that?
Our tight end that we drafted in the first round.
Wasn't that the character from Class Act? Oh, no, that was Duncan Pinderhughes. Sorry.
There we go. You knew
You don't have to hit a home run every time, Jake. That when I'm watching the Bills, I'm like, it's like children. I'm like, calm down.
Who is this team? Jake, you're making some pretty serious allegations here.
Yep.
Are you saying Robert Kraft massaged the referees just so the Patriots could have a happy ending? Is that what you're saying right now?
They massaged him, man.
And he didn't even have to go to Florida for it.
No.
I'm still surprised I have my voice after this weekend, man, because of how much screaming I endured.
The Bills made very pedestrian Mac Jones look like a world beater. 25 of 30, 272 in the air, 2 tutties. Also tucked in and run it for a couple big first downs. Here's the thing about the Bills, because obviously they're not good. The thing about them is
they're good.
They're never good. They're the team that always is never good. They're the team that has a good player, and they waste him. And they're wasting Josh Allen.
And that's what I'm saying about Ken Dorsey.
Do you not know who Stephon Diggs is?
Yeah, he's all right.
It's October.
Did you see that touchdown he
The
had?
getting chilly. The windows are closing.
He's just trying to get you riled up.
Yeah, this is our time. We play winter football.
2 years ago was your time.
You don't run. The Bills don't run the ball.
That window is unfortunately closed.
We have a run game now, and I'm furious about it. You know, we've been complaining about having a run game for years and years and years. And now we finally established something. And we're running the ball.
You've established
out of shotgun.
Not good.
Fred, you said that the Bills won't win a game for the rest of the year. This was the Patriots Super Bowl. They're going to throw in the towel. They're not going to win. They're not going to win a game for the rest of the year now.
Who are they going to move before the deadline is the question.
Yep.
The Seahawks could not have been favored by enough, but they only won by 10 over the Arizona Cardinals. This one, also a good one outside of the gameplay. It's good. It's good that the West is going to have a team go to the playoffs because they have to, and I'd like it to not just be an embarrassment. The NFC West is garbage. Not the Niners.
Cardinals play football every week. They try really hard. They play some good games. They play over their meter for sure. And the Seahawks barely did enough to win in a boring game.
4 more to recap whenever we get back from the break, and then you're coming down to hang out with us at Howies Sports Page. Steve Palmisano is here, the ABQ Duke Store. Let's go. Celebrities in attendance. Just missed Hobo Hank. Heartbreak, I'm sure Steve feels. We'll get these 4. We'll talk about all the halftime giveaways, the Glizzies, the fellowship here at the page as Vans Houston Astros prepare to lose to the Texas Rangers.
You're wrong.
The Diamondbacks are up 4-1 over the Phillies right now in the bottom of the 6th. So we're going to have Game 7 baseball tomorrow, too. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
There, you got 4.5.
eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need for the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
And traffic right now dealing with more congestion westbound on Paseo. That's going to start around Jefferson, and it'll last until Coors. Both directions of I-25 moving slow due to that road work as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. Be really careful going through there. Headed west on I-40 right now. You're going to see slowdowns start around the interchange. Those go until Coors. Southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. Traffic moving slow there. Also dealing with a little bit of a slowdown southbound on Coors as you approach Montano.
This message brought to you by the Bernalillo County Clerk's Office.
For this November's election, you have a lot of choices when it comes to casting your vote.
This is your Bernalillo County Clerk, Linda Stover. Of all the choices you have in this election, the most important choice is to vote on or before November 7th.
Learn more at berncoclerk.gov.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Come to the UNM Howl Zone. 3.5 hours before kickoff for each home game with backyard games, inflatable, food, drinks, music, and more.
Hand him off to the deep man nerd. Oh, makes a man miss. He's outside the numbers to the 15. He's to the house.
Come celebrate with New Mexico's station for football.
First career Lobo touchdown, 27 yards.
95.9 FM and AM 610.
Unbelievable.
The Sports Animal.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quiet-Tech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Best Select Pro. Professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
To some, this might sound like a typical family dog. But at Dog Chow, we know that for a veteran suffering from PTSD, this could be the sound of life-saving therapy.
Thanks, Betty.
That's why we've made it our mission to connect every military hero in need with a canine hero of their own. To learn about the simple ways you can help Dog Chow in our mission, visit dogchow.com/veterans.
Sponsored by Purina.
Lobo fans, basketball is here, and it should be a historic season in the pit. Season tickets are on sale now for as low as $110 for women's basketball and as low as $199 for men's basketball. That's only $6 to $12 a game. Tickets are going fast, so don't wait long. Visit golobos.com/tickets today. We are New Mexico.
1 minute.
All set with your Medicare prescriptions, Mrs. Brown.
This is not just low-cost copays at Walgreens.
I can actually help you set up 90-day refills if you want.
This is having a partner you can trust. Get low-cost copays, 90-day refills, and delivery from your neighborhood Walgreens. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Restrictions apply. For details, see walgreens.com/pharmacy.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. And get ready for the workday.
I'm Jeff Symbieta.
All right. You guys take this to 26.
Start at
Take this 26. Hold on. Here you go.
Continuing the NFL recap. Don't forget we're at Howie Sports Page tonight. Come hang out. Halftime giveaways, free glizzies, fellowship. Luke Markwith is here. Luke?
Looking forward to another fantastic Monday night. We had a great weekend.
So many people show up.
We got Howieween, our Halloween party coming up on Saturday night.
What?
Howieween.
I have to host Day at the Tread. I'm gonna try to figure that out.
It's a late night event.
I'm gonna come to that.
What are you dressing up as, Luke?
I haven't figured that out yet. It's always a last minute thing. If I put too much thought into it, it's
Sure.
no good.
I get it.
Can we wear our Halloween costumes next Monday while we're here?
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's the 30th.
Yes. Yeah.
Sick. Steelers at Rams, boys. Steelers beat the Rams, and I've been telling you the Steelers are a good football team.
Nah.
Everyone keeps calling me a liar. Kenny Pickett is very good. Najee Harris is very good. The Rams are not good.
The Steelers are good because of defense.
You were right. I was wrong. I thought the Rams were on to something. I thought Stafford dipped into the fountain of youth. He had some receivers to throw to. You just shut him down, made him look foolish.
Real bad.
Yeah, that long touchdown pass to Atwell, I don't think was meant for Atwell.
Sure. You're very right.
Steelers rush game looked good. Najee got a little in the mix.
Welcome back, Najee Harris. You're on every one of my fantasy teams. Glad you're participating.
Okay, I mean, he's just been playing the role he's had to play this whole time. I mean, there's not like what else could he be doing?
When you look at Tomlin's record coming off a bye and you kind of knew this was coming.
I didn't. I'll take the heat on that pick, friends of the show.
I feel like I've been calling this one, though, boys. Like, the Steelers just keep winning games. That's their thing.
And they still want to fire Matt Canada.
Makes no sense. They're too good. Chiefs win.
Boo.
Yeah.
Thanks to the synchronized handshake dance between
Oh, gosh.
The whitest thing I've ever seen.
Ah! I don't know why so many prognosticators in the NFL picked the Chargers, why they thought they had a chance this week.
They were idiots.
The Chargers are really good against everyone, not the Chiefs. Especially the Chiefs were at home and Taylor Swift was in attendance. You think the NFL is going to allow the Chiefs to lose when they're at home with Taylor Swift there?
Anyone above 500.
The Chargers have only won 2 games. Their quarterback is not good.
Fraud.
Their team cannot do well. They don't have talent.
Their coach is bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, I agree with that.
Brandon Staley sucks. Justin Herbert is not bad. It's their coach. And their coach tries to find a way to lose.
Yeah, and everybody just gets hurt on that team.
Yeah, it's Staley. Staley's got to go. Let go of him mid-season.
Gotta go.
Who's a warm body that wants to coach NFL football? I'll give you a top 3 quarterback in the NFL if you're a competent coach.
Hey, listen, just hear me out. After tonight, Dusty Baker's going to be free. He can cross sports and he can go.
God!
Poor
Van.
He's got some time on his hands after tonight.
10 minutes left in the show.
Van, no one's on your
You
side.
have to send me off like this. You have to say something that deeply hurtful to me right here.
I'm a Dusty
live.
guy. I love Dusty, but
the inventor of the high five.
Well, we haven't even talked about your Packers yet.
Imagine your team losing.
There wasn't a lot to love about that one.
Imagine your team losing to the 2023 Denver Broncos.
That was rough. I actually watched the end of that game in the middle of working, and the Packers mounted an epic fourth quarter comeback. Look, they're getting their absolute asses whipped, and then they came back, made it a game. They were driving, and then Jordan Love, even though he's been an understudy for 3 years, looked like a rookie in that moment. They only needed 5 yards for a field goal, and he chunks it deep in the double coverage. That is a dumb, scared, tippy-toe mistake, and it should be embarrassing.
He's just not any good, dude.
He's not good. Your favorite quarterback, Jordan Love, has just completely turned the tables on you.
We all know who my favorite quarterback is. The Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
friends of the show.
The Packer faithful here were not happy yesterday.
Well, I at least thought, too, that the Packers would have some relief with Aaron Jones being back, too. I think that's been a big miss for the Packers. And having a really good running game, I thought they could give some pressure off Jordan Love, but I don't know.
And for whatever reason, and that play in the fourth quarter to end the game where he threw an interception into double coverage, the guy wasn't open at all in any time in his route.
No.
And when I was watching replays of the play, every other Green Bay Packer pass catcher was open on that play, except for the guy 30 yards downfield that he blindly chunked it up to.
That was just tunnel vision.
Not a very good progression reader.
No, I think he just closed his eyes and put it in the Lord's hands.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
On Friday, Van laughed at me. On Friday, Marie laughed at me. On Friday, all the friends of the show laughed at me. And I said, 10 points is not enough points to favor the Philadelphia Eagles over the Miami Dolphins. And you fools.
First off, there's like 2.5.
You mean?
I said it should have been 10.
Should have been 10.
At home?
No.
The best team in football taking on the super soft Miami Dolphins?
Whoa.
Haven't beat a team over 500 yet.
I called it.
You know what else we called? That Mike McDaniel is changing the NFL.
Yep.
And this is just another example of exactly that. He's got the Eagles right where he wants them.
Yep.
He didn't run a single good play all game. He got his ass whipped. They got completely dominated in every facet of the game. And these guys are going to be on a collision course for the Super Bowl. And the Eagles think they're playing the Dolphins from last week. And then Mike McDaniel is going to flip the script on the Eagles the next time they play.
Hey, Marie, how bad are your Vikings losing tonight to the 49ers?
I mean, I would hope as good as the 49ers are going to be, especially Christian McCaffrey's playing. And the only person missing is Deebo Samuel, but they have a million weapons. They're one of the best teams in football. If they don't beat us, that's going to be pretty sad.
I need the Niners tonight.
It's Kirk Cousins Monday night. You're missing your number one receiver. I mean, why wouldn't the 49ers win?
Career game in prime time for Brock Purdy. He's going to get 4 tutties in the air. He's going to throw it all over the field.
And save my fantasy week.
And save my fantasy week as well. Jake?
I think Danielle Hunter's going to have a big game.
49ers by $1 billion.
$1 billion?
Sounds correct, Van.
49ers in a way closer than it should be.
That's how it is.
And let me tell you why. Because the 49ers, young Shanahan is going to just like practice. This is practice tonight for the 49ers because they know they're such huge favorites. And they're just going to dominate the Vikings. They're going to try a bunch of weird stuff. They're going to let some players play that you've never heard of. This is a in real time, bright light practice session for the 49ers.
I got to send you guys pictures. Everyone, all my friends that are tailgating up there, there's more 49er fans than Viking fans right now. I got to send you pictures. It's incredible.
Who would travel to Minnesota?
It's an amazing place.
I agree.
All right, Buffalo.
There's a lot of lakes there.
There's lakes. They got lakes.
Oh, Minneapolis is a great place.
Buffalo's got better lakes. And Niagara Falls.
We have 10,000 of them
I
in
don't
Minnesota.
believe that.
Too many.
It's overestimation of your
Oversaturation.
lakes.
We're like the same team, just different conferences.
1,200 lakes
Not
tops.
Literally, but you know what I mean. History. Go to break.
Kirk Cousins is better than
Got to go back.
the quarterback in Buffalo.
No.
Whoa. Okay. Whoa.
Love that take.
Josh is just
We have
having
to
a
go.
season like this
Two
because
men
of
on.
Ken Dorsey.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Go Astros.
This report is sponsored.
You're coming back for a minute.
Yep.
Start.
I woke up sick with cold and flu symptoms the other day, and I thought I might miss my son's soccer game. So I took Mucinex Fastmax Kickstart Severe Cold and Flu, and now I'm feeling much better.
New Mucinex Kickstart. All in one and done relief. Use as directed.
Well, traffic right now, things really starting to pick up here in the metro, seeing a lot more slowdowns. Let's start with westbound on I-40 as you approach the interchange. You're going to encounter slowdowns. Those are going to last until Coors. Both directions of I-25 as you approach Avenida
Little
Cesar
bit
Chavez,
chicken
a lot of backups with that. There's road work going on in that area. There's also lane restrictions, so be careful as you make your way through there. Southbound I-25, Osuna to Montgomery, traffic moving slow there. Also seeing more slowdowns westbound on Paseo. Those are going to start at I-25. They're going to last until Coors.
Brought to you by the Sandoval County Clerk's Office. It's easy to vote early in Sandoval County. Early voting runs now through November 4th for the 2023 regular local election. For a list of early voting locations, go to scnmvote.com. Voting in Sandoval County is as traditional as red and green.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Come to the UNM Howl Zone. 3.5 hours before kickoff for each home game.
All right, 30 seconds.
Inflatables, food, drinks, music, and more.
Hand it off to the deep man, Merritt. Oh, makes him at a miss. He's outside the numbers to the 50. He's to the 30.
Come celebrate with New Mexico's station for football.
First career Lobo touchdown.
Here we go.
95.9 FM and AM 610.
Unbelievable.
The Sports Animal.
Good show today, boys.
Short and sweet. Always a crusher here at Howie's Sports Page.
Except for Jake.
Not short and sweet.
Aww.
Tall,
Jake,
dark,
you're
and,
short and
tall, dark,
sweet.
and handsome.
Luke, Howie's tonight?
Howie's every night.
I mean, such a good answer.
A grill fired up. We have them glizzies here
30
any
seconds.
moment.
They are coming out as we speak.
Let's go.
And one of our regulars brought some amazing green chili stew. So
Can't wait.
It's on.
Jake,
Hi, Mom.
Dan, final words?
Too much for the time allotted, my friend. It's a short show. We got a lot to catch up on tomorrow, but anything we didn't talk about today, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Congratulations, A-Marie. Good job, everyone. GG.
Strohs to the series.
Good job, guys.